Guys, finally back out on the bike again. First time in over a month, can you believe it? So I can keep moving, I'm actually going to go left. Oh, fuck it. Wasn't red, so it's alright. But yeah, haven't been out for over a month on the bike. So sorry about lack of content, but there's a couple of reasons why. One of the main reasons is that my battery died and I had to buy a charger to charge it up. Well, it didn't die, it just drained, I should say, rather than died. And I still need to sort that out because I put too much foam in that bit. So it's rattling sometimes, that's annoying. But yeah, so I had to take that off. I had to buy a battery charger because I didn't have one. Luckily I got a decent Oxford one for 30 quid, so does the job fine. As you can see, the bike's running fine now. It's started up straight away. But obviously that didn't take over a month to get that and charge that up. But also the weather's just been really grim. Pretty much constant rain. One dry day in quite some time, and that didn't dry out until like late afternoon when it starts to get dark. Because it gets dark so stupidly early now, especially when the weather's grim as well. That just tends to make it seem to get dark much earlier. And luckily, for one reason, that's been grim and I couldn't get out on the bike, because I actually bought a new game, Red Dead Redemption 2. I haven't hardly been playing games in recent sort of months, or even years in a way. Not as much as I used to when I was younger. But this Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, and I had the first game like 7 years ago, whatever it was when it came out. And that was pretty good, man. Pretty awesome. And this game turned out to be pretty amazing, so I've been constantly on that. I've completed it, but started playing through again, but being more extensive with doing side quests and all sorts of things. So that's took up a lot of my time, but even if that weren't about, I still wouldn't have really got out, because it's just been grim. When it hasn't been raining, it's still been just all wet and horrible, so I don't know whether it was the shape of the road then or what, but it made me go a bit wobbly there. But yeah, it's mostly been wet and grim, mostly raining like I said, but when it isn't, it's been wet still, and I don't want to go out in the wet just to make a video or just to ride, just to enjoy myself, you know, because it's not the best conditions to be out and about in. So I wanted to wait for a nice dry day to refit my battery, take it for a ride, do a video to let you guys know I'm still about, and I will do videos when I can. But these roads are also these roads are awful, even all the cracks in it and stuff that get to your wheels and get you all wobbly as well. I would ride winter no problem. No, I just don't want to go out unless I really have to when it's wet, you know. Don't mind riding in the wet and the rain if I have to, but I don't want to go out if I don't have to, as I said. So if I keep repeating myself, I'm not used to this, I haven't done it for a while. I've done a video of removing and fitting the battery, which some of you might be interested in, just to watch. I'm sure you don't need to know how to, but yeah, I've done that. So obviously non-subscribers who may have this model bike or will get it in the future, we'll have a video to look at to see how easy it is really. But that should be up soon. I don't know whether that'll go up before this or after this, probably after, but not too long after. There's one other thing as well, my levers. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, my new levers. Some of you will remember me doing the video of fitting them. But if you look here, look at the brake one. Some of you may notice, but the black part is missing from that. It actually fell off while I was riding, and at first I didn't realise that was what it was. So I didn't go back to check if it was still there or anything. I didn't find out until I last went to go out on the bike, and then I noticed it was missing. I guess the screw on that one was loose for some reason, because I never took it off to adjust it or anything, so I'm happy with how they are. But even though I noticed a little while after, and that was a while after I bought them, because I didn't even fit them straight away, I contacted the seller on what is it, Ali Motor, whatever the fuck it is, something like that. I contacted them, and they just asked for a photo to show what part was missing. Oh, sorry if that was a bit windy. Yes, I sent them a photo to show them what part was missing, and they said they'd send one out for me. I still haven't got it yet, but it's got to come from China, so hopefully that'll be sometime next week. That was almost a couple of weeks ago that he said he'd send another one. And I've bought some Loctite, so I'm going to pull these apart and put Loctite on all the fixtures and fittings just to make sure I don't lose any other parts while I'm riding along, or lose any parts at all. So nice to finally get back out on the bike and open it up a bit. So she needs a little ride after being sat up for what is it? It's probably something like 6 weeks. But I think winter is getting us back for the summer we had. It's where I am. I was kind of lucky. We had 8 weeks of no rain and all that heat wave. Lucky in some ways, but even that meant I couldn't go out on the bike quite so often as well, because I like to wear the gear most of the time, you know. There's a couple of times just a little trip to the hospital where I didn't wear my jacket and stuff, and that was nice because that was so hot. But going out with all the gear on and stuff, that was just too hot for doing that, and I haven't got a summer jacket, so that was extra hot with this jacket, which has got a thermal lining in it. So that meant I was riding a bit less even through the summer because of the good weather, and I just didn't have the cash to get another jacket. But hopefully next summer will be even better. But anyway, I just thought I'd give you a little update while I was taking it for a nice little ride after refitting the battery, let you know what's been going on, what I haven't been about. You probably knew for the most part, obviously the weather side of it. At least the people from the colder areas of the world, where it's got cold and wet and miserable. Mind you, temperature wise it hasn't been that bad. It's just the wet and the rain, it's horrible. But I'll leave you there. And you may have noticed there was no intro. There's not going to be no outro. I'll just put like a video up here, video up there, and my subscribe little thingy there towards the end of the video like this. So I don't think it's really necessary to have the intros and outros like that anymore, especially on YouTube, isn't, you know, and the non-professional channel at that, you know. So anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again sooner than I saw you last. And if I don't see you before, have a good Christmas and a New Year, and I'll see you soon.